Hello and welcome to CarAlarm Reviews Monday Night Raw. My name is Alex,
And I'm Gavin.
and the show opens with Lesnar and Heyman coming out. Heyman says he's here to unleash the beast and that it's Joe's day of reckoning. Says he tried to respect him and says Joe isn't worthy challenger he thought he was. He says no other Samoans like Joe, which I thought was hilarious. Says he will never get the Coquita clutch on Lesnar, and then Samoa Joe's music hits and he enters. He walks straight into the ring and straight up to Brock Lesnar. He headbutts Lesnar, and the two start brawling. Some security comes out, but Brock and Joe easily push them aside, and then the entire Raw locker room comes out to pull them apart.
So, when that happened, I immediately thought Lesnar and Taker. Like, the same thing was going to happening again.
I'm gonna kill you!
I was waiting for that to happen. Because they always do that. Just repeat the crap.
But it's always pretty cool.
Always.
I really like, I think Joe and Lesnar is probably the only dream match we're gonna get in our lifetime. Yeah. We didn't get Taker and Sting. Bryan and Lesnar never happened. But I'm really excited for Great Balls of Fire, even if the pay-per-view name isn't the best. I think they're doing a really good job with Joe and Lesnar right now, and making Joe look strong, very strong.
I mean, Joe is incredible.
Yeah.
He's that big, and yet he can freaking...
Yeah, those two together are terrifying. When they were like, I know neither of them probably felt any anger, but it looked like they were both pissed off.
Yeah, like they wanted to kill each other.
Yeah, it was terrifying. If I was one of those security guards in the ring that got clotheslined by Brock Lesnar, I would have been terrified for my life.
I would have cried.
So, next up, Elias Sampson, is out to sing a song bashing Louisiana and Dean Ambrose before Ambrose interrupts, and then their match starts. Miz pops in the ringside during the match, distracting Ambrose, and then Ambrose chases Miz around the ring before getting back in just before the 10 count when Elias Sampson capitalizes with some knees to the back, and then I think it's a swinging neck breaker if I remember correctly, that's his finisher.
Yeah, I don't get how.
And then he wins. So what'd you think of that?
Well, I like the match. Up until Miz
I thought it was fine. I thought it was alright. It was a little slow at the beginning, though.
It was. But I didn't like Miz interrupting. Just coming out and interrupting.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have, tried to do it sneaky.
Yeah, he didn't really do much. He just ran up onto the apron.
Yeah.
And just kind of looked at him.
It just kind of took away from a pretty okay match. Best match I've seen Elias Sampson in.
He's only been in 2, I think, and maybe a couple in NXT, but I didn't watch those.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, he mostly comes out and sings, and then he's in a match, and he's pretty okay, except for his finisher.
Yeah, he's not... Yeah, I don't understand his finisher. It's just a neck breaker. I'm pretty sure that's used in just about every match.
Yeah.
And Ambrose, I think he tripped getting back into the ring.
I think so.
At the 9 count, it looked like he kind of fell onto his knee, and then the ref had to kind of be like, oh, wait, okay, hang on. 10, okay, oh. You barely made it, Ambrose.
I think he might have tried to go for a Queen's crossbow. Like what Stardust did all the time.
Oh, like the Crossroads?
Yeah.
We called it before, Stardust.
So, maybe, and then he just messed it up. I'm not sure.
Maybe that's just his finisher. No one else can use the neck breaker now because Elias Sampson does it.
God, I'm good.
Alright, let's move on. So they had a video package about Cedric Alexander, who I think was injured for the past few weeks. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool. And then Cedric and Noam Dar and Cedric Alexander were backstage, just talking. And Cedric Alexander said that he wanted nothing to do with Dar and Alicia Fox, who was on a FaceTimed iPhone, yelling at him. And then they have a match. But I would like to point out that for the entire match, Alicia Fox was at ringside via the iPhone on FaceTime, and she was calling Noam Dar, Noamma, Noamma, Noamma.
For the whole 5 seconds.
For the entire match.
That was not a match.
No, so...
That was just...
Yeah, so Dar was in the ring getting yelled at by Foxy while he was turned around in the corner, while Alexander was in the ring as well. just before the bell rang, and as soon as the bell rang, he turned around. Alexander hit him with the
lumbar check.
The lumbar check, and got the pin and the win. And then Noam had to leave with his iPhone and his girlfriend. And that was really it. It was about 10 seconds. The cruiserweights did not get any time tonight.
No.
It was nothing.
It kind of disappoints me because
Yeah,
it was like 5 seconds.
it was. Cedric Alexander's really good.
Yeah, and you just come on.
And honestly, I know a lot of people don't like Noam Dar, but I kind of dig him. And I like how he says Alicia Fox, even though I don't think he said that in a while.
It's pretty funny.
It is.
But,
I enjoyed it.
I feel like their match should have been longer. It was fucking dumb.
Yeah. It was kind of like a Daniel Bryan Sheamus from WrestleMania. It was basically the exact same thing, but without a kiss. Though he could have kissed the iPhone. That would have been pretty cool. I think he should have done that. Okay, so next, we get a Wyatt family transition. The little that thing, the little flash. But Orton flashes in it. Randy Orton, did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
You know how they usually have they show the whole Wyatt family. These days it's just Bray.
Yeah.
But Orton was in this. And I don't know if they used the wrong video back from when Orton was in the Wyatt family.
Maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to. Orton's not on Raw. I don't think he has anything to do with Wyatt anymore. And I don't remember last week if they even showed Wyatt's little video thing. And I definitely don't remember if it was Orton was in it, but I just noticed it. I wanted to point it out. So Wyatt enters to cut a promo in the ring about Seth Rollins, and Rollins interrupts to challenge Bray to a fight. But Bray says, basically, he's just not gonna, and then he teleports to the big screen. And tells Seth to run away, which, sure, whatever. He's Bray Wyatt. He does the same thing every time he talks to someone.
I like Wyatt, how he does that, because it's kind of like the new Undertaker, but completely different.
Yeah.
And I like Wyatt.
Well, the new Undertaker, that's a bit of a stretch. Well, I get what you're saying, I think, in that he's the new local weird ass. I think, is that what you mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I guess you could say that. Balor's kind of that way too, but Balor's not as supernatural.
The only thing I didn't like is he kind of his message, like besides talking about Seth, didn't really make much sense.
It never does. It doesn't.
Bull crap.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense ever. It's a problem with Bray Wyatt, I think. And I wrote on my notes, LOL, Bray never wins, because I'm pretty sure he's not winning this feud. Rollins is probably going over. I'm pretty confident about that. He never wins at a pay-per-view. I can't remember. The last time he did, I think, was when he won the title from Cena at Elimination Chamber.
I think that's probably it.
I don't know, honestly. And I'm sure he has, but in my head, I don't know, honestly, if he's ever won a one-on-one pay-per-view match, singles match, in the past, 2 years. Because I know he did
I don't think so.
He beat Bryan that one time, in 2014. But no, never again. Once in a lifetime. Bray Wyatt.
I doubt we're getting that again.
Yeah, me too. Though I'd like to get Bryan again. Maybe he could have a match with Kurt Angle. Ooh.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, it would. Okay, so also another thing I noticed, they had a little promo for John Cena. And it said Cena was a free agent. Now, I don't know how or why, but it said free agent John Cena returns to SmackDown Live.
I saw that. And it's like, was it because he didn't change sides? Like, what's that about?
Clue. I have absolutely no idea. All I know is he was gone. He was gone for what? Maybe when was WrestleMania? Maybe 1 month ago. 1 month ago.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm not good at remembering months and how they work, but so he's been gone for about a month or so, and he just comes back unsigned somehow. Did his contract expire after WrestleMania, and now he's just free? He can just do what he wants, go on whatever show?
I don't know. I don't know how contracts work.
How kayfabe contracts work?
Yeah, it's... Did he just say, screw this, I'm going wherever I want now?
Yeah, I guess so. I think they just want him on Raw. Probably. Because he's a free agent. Yeah, we can have him on Raw now. Because John Cena sells everything, and we want everything sold. All right, so next we had Cruz with Titus O'Neil versus Kalisto. And Titus O'Neil had placed Akira Tozawa at ringside for the match, his newest protege.
I liked that.
You did?
Because Akira Tozawa did not know what was happening.
Okay.
And
I was okay with that. I'm okay with... honestly, I don't care if Titus is on Raw or not. But I'm okay with what he's doing. It doesn't bother me. But after the match, which Cruz beat Kalisto clean, Titus just picked up Akira Tozawa like a child. He just picked him up under the arms, right in the armpits, lifted him over the barricade, and just threw him into the ring. He basically ripped up his suit in the ring, too, trying to lift his arm. And congratulations. I didn't like that. It really made Akira Tozawa look weak. But it was pretty funny.
I really did like that.
Now, I was thinking about Apollo Crews because a big complaint a lot of people have about him is that he smiles all the time. And no one likes a babyface that's just smiling 100% of the time. But I think that would be a good heel. If he just never stopped smiling. Just beat up everyone, smiled. And he didn't act like a babyface, though. Because I think the big difference between that would be if they're pushing him as a babyface. Mm-hmm. Like if they're fighting him against heels and then he's winning. And everyone's like, this is boring. Who cares? Why is he always happy? He's fighting people. Yeah. But if he's a heel, I think that would work better. I'm not sure exactly how. I just had that thought. Okay, next we have Alexa Bliss, who comes out to cut a promo, but Nia Jax interrupts pretty quickly. And then Mickie James and Dana Brooke interrupt. And then Emma comes back. And then Sasha Banks interrupts.
And the only one who doesn't come out is Bayley.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know what happened with her. I know it's not her fault, for sure. Yeah. She's great in the ring, and her character is good enough to... Should have been to get over on the main roster. Yeah. It was like the biggest thing on SmackDown. She was on NXT. She was like the face of NXT. Her and Balor.
She can pretty much be top star of the women's division. And they're just like, nope, you're not. It's just not happening.
Kendo stick on a pole match. That's what we're gonna do with Bayley. Everyone wanted to see that when she had her match with Sasha Banks. Everyone was like, hey, where's that kendo stick on a pole match? Can we have that with Bayley, please? I want to know if she's extreme. Can she hit people with a kendo stick even though she punches people for a living?
Yeah. I didn't understand that. Why couldn't she do that?
I don't know either.
She friggin' throws people around and crap.
She slams them down. She punches them. She fights other women.
And then she can't hit someone with a kendo stick?
Nope.
And
she didn't do it. Yeah. She didn't do it. The storyline ends with Bayley not doing it. Bayley's failed. And there's nothing left for her.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
I really don't.
I don't. You would think it would be so easy just to make her hit Bliss with a kendo stick. And that'd probably get a pretty big pop from the crowd. Yeah. Even if I don't think anyone really cared about that rivalry, that storyline. But even that would probably get a pretty big pop. People still like Bayley. At least I think I do. I like her.
And you have her, the chick who likes coming out and just hugging people. Yeah. Come out and hit her with a kendo stick.
Yeah, that's cool. Contrast.
People are gonna love that.
Yeah. So Sasha kind of comes straight out and attacks Bliss really hard with the microphone. I don't know what made that sound. If it was contact from, I don't know if maybe Sasha hit her belt with the mic or something, but there was a really loud sound and Bliss went down. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure how hard she got hit, but it was rough. And then they all just started brawling and went to a commercial break, and it came back, and it was Dana Brooke, Mickie James, and Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, and Emma.
I didn't like it, the match.
Me neither.
Because it was really short. Didn't have much to it.
Nope, it was just basic.
And I was expecting everyone to team up on Alexa.
Yeah.
Because everybody in that ring did not like her.
Well, so Nia Jax is kind of, I guess, that character she doesn't know what to do yet. She's just like, oh, maybe if I side with her, I'll get a title shot in the future, but maybe if I side with them, I'll be able to get the title quicker. So, I mean, I guess that's what's happening. I don't really know.
But
and
the other four should have been like,
yeah,
nope, screw this. We're all gonna, beat the crap out of her.
I don't know why Emma was just okay with everything. She seemed pretty, like,
Not happy.
yeah. It was weird. The whole thing was not perfect. So Bliss, though, before the match ends, goes to the ramp and just kind of watches the end as Nia Jax and Emma get beat up by Sasha Banks and them. Banks puts on a bank statement on Emma, and Emma taps. And that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I like Bliss and Nia Jax as a team, I really do, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. I thought it would happen way back when Jax came to Raw, and for that 1 week, I think it was maybe a month ago or so, where they looked like they were going to become a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a really cool team, but
it'd be pretty cool to have him, but I doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like Jax is just going to turn on her in a couple weeks, and then at Great Balls of Fire, they'll have a match.
Yeah, probably. Maybe they might do a battle royal at Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, lovely.
Or they could do a championship scramble. I mean,
that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be okay. It's at least something they don't do very often. I don't really like that match very much. So also I wanted to point out that Banks is finally done with Alicia Fox. Now I know Alicia Fox is pretty good in the ring and Banks is good too, but I didn't like that feud. It felt like Sasha Banks should have been doing something more important.
It just wasn't very interesting.
It wasn't at all. I don't honestly even remember the match from Extreme Rules.
Not very good on Alicia's part.
I don't remember it at all. I don't even remember what their blow off was.
I don't either.
Alright, so next we get a video package for Finn Balor, who once again escapes Monday Night Raw. He wasn't on last week. He's not on this week. We get a video package, a pretty cool package though. I liked it. It just showcased Finn and what he does. But they didn't say anything about the demon this time, which I think the last video package did way back in SummerSlam.
Another thing, why did Bray go from focusing on Finn to focusing on Seth?
Well, he went from focusing on Finn to Roman for a week, but then Seth Rollins insulted him last week, and now he's trying to fight Seth. He's basically just a big crybaby that has a lot of words in his vocabulary, so he uses those to confuse his opponents. I think that's what the gimmick is for Bray now.
I did like how Seth's like, you're gonna fight me because I called you a couple of names?
Yeah, it's dumb. Bray Wyatt, I do like him, and I think he was good on SmackDown for the most part. For the most of the feud with Randy. But
I like Bray.
I don't need him anymore.
Yeah, he needs to work on his character.
I don't think it's completely his fault. I mean, maybe.
Then he just needs to pay off some dude.
Just pay him off. Slip him some 20s every now and then.
It's like, make my guy better.
Alright, so, with Finn, I think I would like if they hold off the demon for a while. I think they're gonna at this point, because if you look at his character now, every week I think he gets cooler. Like, just looking. He just gets cooler looking.
Yeah.
And the contrast between him, how he is every week on Raw, and then the demon form is just like two opposite beings. So I think the longer you hold off on that, the better the payoff will be when he finally does do his whole demon thing. And I'm hoping that that'll be against Lesnar for the Universal title.
I really want Lesnar versus Balor.
Me too. I don't think Lesnar's losing to Joe, so yeah.
Maybe, but I really want Balor and Lesnar, and I want it at next WrestleMania.
That's a long ways away. That's a long time for Lesnar to have that title and not be on Raw.
Well, he's gonna have the title that long if he wins against Joe.
Well, we have SummerSlam.
True.
That's the next big one. He could lose then. That's when Balor won the Universal title last year too. Or we have Survivor Series.
But if Cena is a free agent, They'll have Cena versus Lesnar at SummerSlam,
Yeah.
and then we'll have a repeat of Lesnar versus Cena,
Yeah.
which I love.
But it happened 3 times. 4 times because of 2011 or 2012 I think when Lesnar came back.
Yeah.
So, and that was a great match. I have that on DVD. I think it's the only pay-per-view I actually bought a long time ago. You ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So next, earlier in the night, Miz went up to Kurt Angle, said he should do something about Ambrose. Angle said he's not doing anything. And then Miz, frustrated, went to Heath Slater, of all people, because when you need help, you go to Heath, to ask for some assistance, to be part of his entourage. And Rhino was saying that Heath already had a partner, and that he was going to go to Kurt Angle and ask for a tag team match. So, it's Rhino and Slater versus The Miz and a mystery partner. Rhino and Slater came out. Miz came out. His mystery partner was the bear from the celebration party last week. Though this time it was a large bear. A very large bear.
Sheamus-sized bear.
Yeah, probably. It was probably... Yeah, he was probably about the height of... I was thinking Luke Harper.
Maybe.
But, I mean, I didn't think he was in the costume. I just thought size-wise. So, the match went on for a couple minutes before crowd started chanting for the bear. And the bear tagged himself in when Miz was in a little bit of trouble. And he punched Ambrose a couple times.
I mean, Heath?
Yeah, Heath. Sorry, excuse me. Spoiler alert. And Miz ended up getting tagged back in because the bear, I guess, got scared of any moves. And then Miz ended up getting paranoid about the bear, and he just attacked him on the outside and unmasked him, and it was just another random, presumably WWE employee dressed as a bear. Miz went back in the ring, finished the match with Rhino and Slater, and the bear came back after a couple seconds. Very obviously smaller, incredibly smaller, much like the bear from last week, but not quite, a little buffer. You can get where I'm getting at. It was Dean Ambrose. Maurice was trying to point it out. Ambrose dirty deeds. First he dirty deeds Slater, then he unmasked, then he dirty deeds Miz, and Slater gets the cover for the win.
I love that entire segment.
I
Bear.
I feel
the
like
bear made it the best.
I feel like I shouldn't like it, but I do. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm just gonna enjoy it blindly.
Also, I love Angle as GM.
Me too.
Because he's not the peacemaker. He's like, y'all want to, you got a problem with this guy? Take it to the ring.
Yeah, well, I think from the storyline standpoint, he's a wrestler, and as a wrestler, you always solve your own problems. You go backstage and you're like, I got a problem with this guy. I want to fight him. I want to punch him in the mush and get this done with.
Take it to the GM and work it out peacefully.
Yeah. So. Also, Maurice ended up getting knocked off the apron and onto her little tush, and she starts limping away. And then Ambrose says the dirty deeds. Do you think Maurice and Miz are gonna end up splitting up?
Yeah, I think Maurice is just gonna leave.
I really don't want that though. I love the team of them.
I do too, but it's bound to happen sometime. WWE doesn't know how to keep good things together.
But it doesn't have to. They can just stay together forever.
But it's good old Vinnie Mac, man. The same guy who called out God. I mean, you've gotta...
Yeah, I guess so. Next up, we have Rich Swann versus Neville. Neville came out. Swann came out. Before the match started, Neville attacked him. Put in the Rings of Saturn. And that's it. Neville got up and warned Tozawa about fighting for the Cruiserweight title. I think only because Titus O'Neil tweeted that Tozawa was going to win the Cruiserweight Championship soon.
I didn't understand the whole talking part.
Because
he's like Austin Aries, TJP, Rich Swann. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I don't.
And then blah 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 blah. Tozawa tweet, and that's it.
He's just naming people he's beaten.
Just,
I mean, he's beaten Gallagher. He's beaten Aries twice. I think he may have beaten Gallagher more than one time. He's beaten Swan. He's beaten TJP. And Mustafa Ali, I don't think is important anymore. TJP just beat him in like 2 minutes. Noam Dar and Cedric Alexander have their whole Foxy business going on. So I don't think there's anyone left for Neville to fight but Tozawa. But I want to see that match.
I do too.
I love Akira Tozawa. He's one of my favorites in 205 Live. And I would love to see him face Neville. Easily my favorite cruiserweight wrestler. Well, I guess now the Aries is in it, maybe not easily, but
Cruiserweight division is just dead. Even with 205.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch 205 Live last week, but I heard TJP versus Neville was a really good match. So I may go back and watch it.
TJP is really good, and so is
He
Neville.
is.
They're all really good.
Yeah.
But it's just the storylines that the creative team's coming up with aren't very interesting.
They're not at all.
And they can be. They're really good athletes.
Every single one of them is really good wrestlers, and Neville is incredible on the mic. So is Aries.
And Jack Gallagher is just—he's
a great character.
Yeah, he's just great. So
yeah,
I mean, just why can't we get good cruiserweightness?
Because Gavin, that's why. Okay, so you ready to move on?
Yes.
So we have the club comes out as Enzo is backstage with once again an injured Cass. Now, have you been following the Enzo and Cass mystery storyline?
I know that Cass got hurt last week again.
Yes.
And this week with one blow to the head from behind.
Last week, Enzo found a little chain next to Cass. I guess there's a clue. And the week before that, Enzo was the one that got attacked. And Cass found him. So last week also Big Show came out as a replacement partner for Cass. And this week Cass decided to go in the match anyway. And it ended up being a bad decision because he didn't do much anything at all. He was in the ring for a couple of minutes, if that, and then he got knocked out to the side, stayed there the rest of the match, as Enzo got beat by the club with almost two magic killers. But during the second one, well, it's a Big Show.
My least favorite guy.
He returns once again to save his little buddy Enzo. And raises his arm, takes out Club. You know, I don't think they're still called that, but that's what I'm going to call them because it's easier than saying Anderson and Gallows every time. And they still have the music. Just because AJ's not there doesn't mean they're not the club before AJ as well. So, backstage, after the match, Enzo's talking to Big Show, and he asks Big Show if he's the one that attacked Cass. Big Show gets a little defensive, calls Enzo some form of a midget, I believe. I don't remember his exact words. I should have written it down. And then says he was helping him for the past 2 weeks. Why would he be the one to attack Cass? And they go.
Big Show was a little too defensive.
He was.
So, I know it was Big Show.
Here's the thing. I don't want it to be Big Show because I don't care about Big Show.
I don't either, but I know it's Big Show.
So, I've heard people speculating that Enzo is turning heel on Cass. Do you think it's possible that Enzo has been attacking Big Cass?
No, I don't think Enzo
You don't think?
Is big enough or strong enough to be able to hit him from behind with one blow.
But he doesn't have to punch him. I mean, there was like a giant ass, a steel thing on him.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was called.
I don't either.
But he could have hit him with that. I guess if Enzo could have lifted it.
Probably.
Brock Lesnar used to curl that in something. I don't remember what I saw, but I know Lesnar curled that at some point. Someone can find that.
I don't think it's Enzo. I think I think it's Big Show.
Oh, and Big Show called Cass SAWFT, and then the crowd so you can hear him in the background, which I thought was amusing. So next up, we have the main event of the show, which was a 2 out of 3 falls for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It was Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Bros, versus Hardy Boys, versus Sheamus and Cesaro. They're bros too. I think the match was good. I'm about to go into detail about what happened, but I think it was rushed. I don't think they had enough time.
They ain't either, because they put so much crap in Raw.
They do.
That they didn't have enough time for the main event.
They didn't have enough time for the cruiserweights either. I think
they have 3 hours worth of show.
3 hours.
And everything just feels so rushed.
Yep. I think the only thing that didn't was Lesnar and Joe.
And that shouldn't. That's very. I like that the best.
Yeah, me too.
I was really looking forward to the main event, and it just felt it was a good match.
It was a good match. But they skipped all the everything but the spots. It was basically just spots.
I didn't like it that much.
So the first fall came to Jeff when he was going to, when they get in the corner, they put a hand on each rope and they do the little feet over the person while they run into the corner.
Yeah.
Well, instead of running into the corner, Sheamus hit Jeff with a brogue kick, got the pin, and then a little more afterwards, Matt gets the second fall, pretty much by himself, I want to add, because Jeff was like on the outside after the brogue kick for a while. Yeah, and Matt just took out Cesaro and Sheamus by himself, that was cool. I wrote Jeff can't do anything because every time he tried to get back on the apron, he got knocked off. Every time he tried to stand up, he got knocked down. He couldn't do anything while Matt was in there fighting Cesaro and Sheamus.
Jeff was getting messed up.
He was getting bullied. He was getting bullied by 2 large men.
Well, I like Jeff a lot. I liked that it forced Matt to do the match by himself.
Yeah. Well, Matt's really good.
Yeah, he is. And it showed everybody that.
Yeah. Just,
hey, there's these 2 guys that are way bigger than me, and I just took them down.
I also, that's a good point. I like to point out that Matt is better on the mic, I think. I don't know what it is about Jeff's voice. It's just weird. It doesn't sound natural. Did you hear him when they were cutting the backstage promo?
Yeah.
I can't even, repeat it, but it sounded unnatural, and it didn't sound any genuine.
I just don't think Jeff's big talker,
No, he's not. He's great in the ring, but he's not. Unless he's Willow. Then he just kind of, all his way around everywhere, and that's fine. He doesn't really have to say much. Matt Hardy hits Twist of Fate. Jeff Hardy hits Twist of Fate Stunner, it looked like. Yeah. I don't know if Sheamus sold it wrong or if that's just Jeff's new thing. Or have I missed something?
I don't know.
But Jeff Hardy hits a Stunner, Twist of Fate to Sheamus. It looked cool. I don't know if it was supposed to happen or not. Didn't get the cover. Cesaro broke it up. Cesaro uppercuts Jeff on the ropes after Sheamus did a little flapjack to him on the ropes. A really hard uppercut.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were trying to kill Jeff Hardy this match. Everything that happened seemed like it was going to murder him. He's not getting up in the morning.
I think they're trying to put Jeff on the shelf.
So
that they can kill Team Extreme.
Like the elf on the shelf. Get a little Jeff Hardy in your house every night. So Jeff hits a swanton on Sheamus, but Cesaro pulls Sheamus out of the ring. And they all just start fighting outside as it ends up a double countout. Tag team titles are retained by Sheamus and Cesaro.
I didn't like that.
I didn't either.
I mean, I get that they didn't want either team to lose. And they didn't want Cesaro to Sheamus to lose the titles just yet. But, I mean, you could have easily had, I don't know, DIY debut on Raw and come out and attack Cesaro and Sheamus.
Question. Have you been keeping up with NXT?
I haven't.
DIY is not a thing anymore.
Really?
Yep. at the last takeover, Tommaso Ciampa kind of absolutely demolished Johnny Gargano on the stage. It almost made me cry. That tag team is so good.
Oh my.
They were the best
Ew.
tag team.
No.
Yeah, they're not a thing. That's not possible anymore. You can't say that now. I'll show it to you when we're done. It's really good. If you haven't seen it, you gotta look it up.
Oh my. Why?
You gotta break those heartstrings, man. You want a good story, you gotta have emotion.
I don't like emotion, okay?
Yeah, that's not necessarily true anyway, I don't think. Well, I don't know. Who cares? So, that closed the show, the double count out. But Roman Reigns wasn't on this week.
Good. I like Roman,
I like
but
him
he
too.
should stay off for a couple weeks. Because I'm afraid someone's going to come out and stab him. I'm genuinely afraid someone's going to just hurt him.
I'm always at this crossroads with Roman Reigns because I do like him. I really do. But every time he's in a situation, against my will, I just don't care about him. Like, every time I see him on Monday Night Raw doing stuff, my body's just like, you don't need to watch that. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But I do like him. I know I like him. At least I think I like him. Maybe I'm convincing myself because I don't like him. I don't know. I don't understand how I feel about him. Maybe I'm in love with him. I really don't understand.
I like Roman, as long as he's not talking.
Yeah.
But he's
getting
gotten better.
Yeah, he has. He's gotten a lot better on the microphone.
He doesn't say sucker and succotash anymore. And
I think that was his fault. I highly doubt he would ever be like, hey, can I say suffering succotash like Donald Duck used to do? Daffy Duck, excuse me, not Donald, Daffy.
or maybe he just forgot his script, so he just made something up.
I don't think so. Who would make that up? That's like a ruining.
I don't know.
That like ruins character.
Just like random stage fright in the middle, and you just gotta think of something really quick.
I don't. Roman, he's really good, but I don't want to see him versus Lesnar ever again.
I liked it.
I did too, but I don't want to see it ever again. Ever.
I don't want to see it for the title ever again. I want to see it one more time, but not for the title.
I guess I'd be okay with that, but I don't really care about Lesnar anymore that much either. I really am enjoying this Joe versus Lesnar thing, but prior to this, and probably after this, I don't think I care about Lesnar at all anymore. I don't really want him Universal Champion.
The only reason I've stayed liking Lesnar is because he just comes back, destroys everybody, and leaves. That's literally the only reason I like him.
Until Goldberg.
Yeah, until Goldberg. God, I hate Goldberg
no,
so
Goldberg,
much.
He's good. Trust me, he's good.
I memean, I liked him before he came back. I watched some of his crap, and he's like, "This guy is incredible. Why is he not coming back?"
Have you seen his match with William Regal from like '98? I think.
I did.
It's not good either.
And then I saw him, and he came back, and I instantly hated him.
I like him on the game. He's really good on the game. You can spear people.
He's fun to play as on the game.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at him in wrestling, no.
No,
just keep him gone.
I don't like him either. He's cool. He's a cool draw. You know. I feel like he'd be. Nah, just take him out. Get him out.
The only thing I liked about Goldberg is that he still is undefeated against Lesnar.
Oh, speaking of Goldberg, a little bit of cool news to brighten the mood. Asuka has passed up Goldberg's WCW undefeated streak.
Really?
Yes.
Yes!
Hey, be careful! Don't break everything.
I'm not.
Yeah. So I think she's at like 170. I think I read it at 174, but I think Goldberg's was 173.
Yes.
And Asuka's like 170 something now. I don't know if they're ever gonna say anything about that, but honestly, they should just keep it going forever. Let Asuka. I know I wanted Ember Moon to beat Asuka for the NXT Championship, so Asuka could move up. But just let Asuka never lose. Just let her. I mean, who's gonna beat her? She's the best. Maybe Charlotte.
Maybe.
But just let Asuka be undefeated for as long as you can. Let her move up to the main roster like Paige did. Drop the NXT title. They can have like a triple threat Ember Moon, Ruby Riott, and
Nikki Cross.
They go at it for the title. Ember Moon preferably would win. And Asuka can move up undefeated, and that can be her starting gimmick. Again, she's undefeated and creepy when she wears that mask.
Very freaking creepy.
Yeah. All right, I think we've covered everything.
Think so.
You ready to close it out?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone who watched, thanks for watching. That was Monday Night Raw review.